Hey guys, I'm Jeff the Homestead Dad. Welcome to Homestead. If I'm sniffling a little bit, it's okay. I was just outside. It's cold out. You sniffle when you come back inside. So today, I went to go buy something for the bus. I went to go buy that stove right there. Guy had it on Facebook Marketplace for $30. It's a oven stove that runs off of propane. Perfect for the bus, right? So I get there, and the guy's like, "Need anything else?" "I got a bunch of other stuff." I'm like, "Well, I don't know." It's like, "Do you want a toilet and some black and gray water tanks?" I was like, "I think I'm gonna get a composting toilet." He's like, "You don't want to do that." He's like, "It's really easy to plumb a black water tank in." I was like, "Well, let me think about it." Meanwhile, I had found a really good deal on a composting toilet on one of the schoolie groups on Facebook. It's gonna be like $600 shipped to get a brand new $1,000 composting toilet to my house. But I could get, so here's what happened. I said, "Well, how much do you want?" I texted him back later. I said, "How much do you want for that black water tank?" It's a 25-gallon tank. He said, "I could sell you the black water tank, a gray water tank, and a toilet for $100. So I quick got online and looked, and new black water and gray water tanks, 25 gallons, are $100 to $200, and toilets, $150-ish. So for $100, I now have a black water tank, a gray water tank, and a toilet. I need to buy the toilet ring, but I think I can get that for like $20 on Amazon. Even better than all of that stuff, this guy does this all the time. He buys and sells trailers, guts them when they need it, rebuilds them, and sells them. So he's like, "Hey, if you need any help, like I do this all the time. I can help you out with, running your plumbing, running whatever." He's like, "I can help you out." I was like, "Awesome. That would be great." Because you see it sometimes on the schoolie groups. Like, "Hey, I've done a bus before. If you want me to drive over to your place, just the cost of gas." Well, if somebody's coming from Georgia to Michigan, that's a lot of gas. This guy's 25 minutes away, and he's like, "Hey, if you can drive your bus here, like we can work out something super cheap." I was like, outstanding. And he's got water pumps so he just takes all these parts out and keeps them and then uses them when he needs to. He's like, "Oh yeah, he's going to get me a 6 cubic foot, which is not huge, but for an RV, it's pretty darn big, refrigerator that will run off electric and propane for $100. Those things new are like $1,200 to $2,000. I think I hit the jackpot with this guy. I'm like super, super excited about this. So Jacob actually cleaned up this area over here. We had some stuff just sitting here. You can see the big Ingersoll Rand compressor. We're going to use this. I think it's a 60 gallon. I don't know if it's 60 or an 80. But it's a big heavy duty compressor. I'm going to use this reel. And then yesterday I stopped at Home Depot and got a 100-foot roll of compressor hose, so I can use that compressor to use the air chisel and get everything out of the floor of the bus. I think this will make things much easier. Then I can just save the electric outlet over there for the grinder, and if I can get Jacob or Josh to help me out, I can get this done pretty quickly, I think. So pretty excited. I'm, things are moving along. The floor's a little bit harder than I thought, but I kind of expected some stops in that, but I'm super excited about this. So I hit the jackpot. I'm telling you, I'm super, have I said it? I thought I'm super excited because I'm really super excited. So if you guys have found something like that, somebody who can help you out and it's going to be a super deal, let me know. But somebody so close, I really thank you, Jesus. Yeah. Today was a big day for the bus renovation, but I didn't touch the bus at all. You might be thinking, "Jeff, how is that possible?" Well, today we had basketball practice in the morning, and then the gentleman that I got this stuff from, the stove, toilet, gray tank, black tank, he was going to get me a refrigerator for $100. Not one of the teeny tiny ones, but an actual 6 cubic foot, pretty decent size for an RV. So, went over there, picked up the refrigerator, and he's like, "Hey, I've got this clean water tank if you want it. It's used. They normally go for 100 or more, but I'll sell it to you for $30 if you want it." It's like, "Sure, why not?" So I picked up a clear water tank. So you can see there's a line of like algae in here. So we'll have to run some bleach water in here, but it's a 40-gallon tank, which is a pretty good sized tank. And then this is our refrigerator here. So these are the panels for the door. I think I might make new panels. They just go on here. This is the insulation. And then it needs a little bit of cleaning, but it's a pretty good size. And I've got to go back and get the shelves and stuff, but it's a pretty good size refrigerator, right? Like that's not bad at all. And the sweet part is, what did I miss? The sweet part is it runs off of both. I'm gonna close this, I'll be right back. There were some mounting screws in the bottom there that was stopping it from closing. The sweet part is it runs off of both propane and electric. So if our batteries get run down, like I said, I'm planning on running a solar system on the bus. I'm planning on actually building a system that I can have in here and run this refrigerator and the freezer right next to it, and then that stand-up freezer right over there. Off of those batteries that I have a solar system, I'm gonna put an array out here. I'm going to build it such that I can take the battery bank and the inverter. It's an all-in-one inverter that has the inverter, battery charger, AC in, AC out. I'm gonna be able to take that and slide it into the bus when we go use the bus, bring it back in here when we're here, and then use it to power some of this stuff and try to save a little bit of money. So if the batteries run dead or running low, we can run this off of a propane tank, you know, which I have a bunch of up here. You guys have probably seen them. I've got 2 or 3 outside, and then I've got a handful of them there. I've picked them up for $5 each on Facebook Marketplace. You take them, you do the swap at one of the gas stations, even if they're junky. So like this one right over here, you can kind of see it's a little bit junky, but it's still got propane in it. So once I use it and empty it, I will take it to one of the swap things at a gas station, get a nicer looking one, and then if I want to fill them up, I can go fill them up at like Tractor Supply or whatever. So not only that, I've got more news. Hold on one second. I'm out of practice. My arm was getting sore from holding the camera up. So not only did I pick up this clear water tank, the clean water tank, and the refrigerator, but then he texted me later and was like, hey, how good are you at cutting wood? And I was like, well, what kind of wood? You know, 2x4s or firewood, you know, sheets of plywood. He said, I need a sheet of OSB cut down to the size because he's redoing a trailer right now. And apparently he hurt his shoulder last year or his arm and it's still not good. So he's like, if you could help me out, I could help you out. I was like, okay. So I went over there, cut a couple boards for him, and I got this. This is a water pump. This will go in and this will run our shower and our sink, or probably 2 sinks, one in the bathroom and one in the kitchen and the shower. So now I have a water pump, and not only that, but he threw in this little thing right here. I don't know if you guys can see this. This is a tank sensor. So it's got all these wires on the back. I'm gonna have to YouTube where all the sensors are supposed to go to, but all of these tanks, you can see right here, they've got wires on them, right? That one's got wires. I think the wires on this one are right down here, and then this one has wires. So you can see they've got one here, and 2 here. It shows you how full they are. So I can have that in the kitchen on a wall, and I can know exactly how full our water tank is, our gray water tank is, and our black water tank is. Pretty sweet. So all of this came out of me finding this stove on Facebook Marketplace and meeting this guy and him saying, hey, I've got this stuff. I do this, and he's gonna be able to help me hook up all the plumbing and stuff, which is key. My dad can help me with a bunch of stuff, but like when it comes to, I don't think my dad has ever run this kind of plumbing. So it's gonna be great to have a helping hand to do this. And while I wasn't planning on spending several $100s, actually it's under $250, I've gotten a refrigerator that if I would have had to buy new, it would have been $1,200 or more. And even if I bought it used someplace else, probably still would have been several $100s in and of itself. That right there probably would have cost more than all of this if I had not found this guy who's now becoming like a friend. So also got this, that. I'm pretty psyched. So like I said, didn't do anything on the bus. I did run, I stopped at Home Depot yesterday or 2 days ago and got a 100-foot air hose so I can run off there. I think I may have showed you guys that, but haven't gotten a chance to use it yet, but I think it's gonna help a lot. So haven't done anything on the bus, haven't touched the bus at all today so far, but it's been a big day for the bus. So, and he's going to, like he said, it'd be super helpful if I was able to help like lift up some like ceiling OSB for the ceiling and help him cutting some other boards and stuff like that. And he's like, and I can help you because he's got a bunch of connections and he can find me. I think he's gonna be able to find me an air conditioner, a furnace. I still need to get an awning and he's gonna be able to help me out with that. So all of these things now I can set up. So our black water tank, I know exactly, I have it. So I can get it set up there and I can get the hole for the toilet set. So I know that needs to go in first before I cut holes for that. Same thing for the shower. So like all of these things I need in order to get the bus laid out correctly so I don't have mistakes on the backside. So it's awesome that I have this stuff. I'm getting like, bus isn't close to being ready, but I'm gonna need this stuff anyway. So I'm pretty psyched. I know a lot of you guys have been, especially friends who've been hearing me talk about getting a bus for 10 years or more. I really appreciate your excitement for me. I hope you guys come over and see the bus. If you ever want to help out, I'm always open to helping. Or if you just want to laugh at me while I work on stuff, I'm cool with that too. I can always use the company. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the comments. God bless you and your family, and I'll see you guys in the next video.